Hey guys. So I put what are the 5 keys to happiness? I don't really know actually because I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. So these are the 5 keys I'm going to give you that I'm doing to work on my happiness. I'm not in critical condition, but I can't like walk out of the hospital. I'm stable, but I'm working on it. So, number one is making sure that my relationships are strong, meaning like with friends, with family. Sometimes the people who are in your life can be the reason for your unhappiness. So, just making sure the right people are in my circle, that is a big thing with helping with my happiness. Um, Number two, I walk a lot. I walk a lot. That helps clear my head. You have to find that thing that helps clear your head. Also, taking a hot bath, but walking for me, but walking, I can just walk and walk and walk until my legs hurt. And then my brain, like, is clear. I'm able to think clearly. So sometimes it's exercise, some type of exercise that is helpful. I do believe that you have to choose to be happy. It's a choice because you can definitely choose to sit in whatever dark place that you could be in. I've definitely been in dark places where I'm like, okay, you gotta get yourself up out of this. And I don't think that you should look for happiness in another person, nor should you look for it in things. Yes, I don't believe in the whole money can't make you happy. I don't believe in that. But I do think that things are not going to be what makes you the happiest overall. That will be temporary happiness. And if you look for happiness in people, they're going to fail you every time. Sorry. Like, that's just not something you should do. Not to mention, so what if that person's gone or decides they don't want to be around you anymore? So then they take your happiness with them. It's a bad situation to look for happiness within people and within things. You have to find it other ways. And like I said, when I say things, I mean like some people are happy with shopping, but what if at some point you don't have the money to shop and that was your only happiness? So I just think you have to look at it in other ways. Laughter with friends or family or your kids, cooking if that's your thing, working out, different things like that. You'll figure out what it is, I'm sure, but definitely don't look for it in people. Laughing is a big one. I like to laugh a lot. I laugh at everything. I feel like if I wasn't laughing, I'd be crying. So I try to laugh as much as possible. I try to make sure that life is light as it can be. I laugh a lot with my daughter. Sometimes we will just sit up and deliriously laugh at night. And you need that. Like, that has saved me. Some people are like, Brandy laughs at everything, but I'm telling you, it has saved me. Because a lot of times, if I had not been laughing, I would have been broke down somewhere crying. So laughter is a big factor for me that helps with my happiness. Also, I wanted to say, I saw a documentary. I don't know where it was, but they were saying that like times community, some of the happiest people, it was their community that helped with them being happy. And I do believe that if you don't have the right people around you, and sometimes I go for walks with people who I can talk to, I walk with friends, to help clear my head. Figuring out what life I want to live. This is a big one because if you're just like floating on this rock that we're all floating on, you're just lost and confused and you just don't know, a lot of the times that can be the reason for your unhappiness. And so I am trying to make sure I know what I'm doing with my life, what I'm doing with the future. That is huge for me now too, because I'm about to be an empty nester and I haven't been on my own in 18 years. I've had her attached to my hip for 18 years. So trying to figure out what my life is going to be like after this, and choosing a path that makes me happy, whether that be moving out of the country, whether that be more hobbies, whatever the case, whatever it is, whether it's just sitting at home in silence and not having someone constantly say they're hungry or mom, whatever it is. That is definitely another way I'm going to find my happiness. Finding something in every day. That is what I'm working on now too. So every day I try to find something that makes me happy. It could be something small. It could be eating pickles. It could be watching a movie I like. A show that makes me laugh and makes me happy is Modern Family. That is my family. I literally love that show. So a lot of times I will watch that and laugh, and it makes me feel good. Schitt's Creek is another one. But Modern Family, that's my people. And I watch that and I just feel so much better. Like, I don't know what it is with that show, but it's just, it makes me laugh. It makes me feel good. I might go watch that tonight, actually. Something actually that made me happy yesterday, my daughter came up to me. She had already finished her college applications, but she said she had added another school. I think she filled out like 6 or 7 college applications. And the excitement in her face and just how happy she is about this whole process. She wants to like hurry up and find out. She's mad that other people have found out already and she doesn't know, but she's just so excited about this, and seeing her that happy made me happy, because I'm excited for her. This is a new adventure, a new life, a new, everything's new for her. And I remember at that age not knowing what I was going to do in life. And it's like opening up a new world, just figuring out what are you going to do with your life. You have all these options, so that made me happy yesterday. Today, I'm trying to think what made me happy today. I haven't been sad today, but I don't know. I dropped my daughter off at work and I sat in the car and talked to her, and we were laughing about something. Sometimes I need to just record our conversations. Sometimes it's not appropriate, but there are times that we've had conversations and I'm like, if somebody heard this conversation that I'm having with my child right now. But we just sat in the car and talked because we got to her job like a half hour early, and we were just laughing and talking, and that made my day. That made me happy. And she's at work and I'm probably gonna go walk, because that's what I do. I'm gonna go walk for a while and then figure out what to eat for dinner. I'm not a foodie, but sometimes that's what makes people happy, is food. My daughter, one of my sisters I know for sure, she is like, food makes her happy. Thanksgiving is her favorite holiday. So you just have to find something every day. Sometimes you're gonna have to try harder than other times. Trust me. This past month has been brutal. I have had to try very hard to find my happiness, my happy space. And there's been some days that it just didn't happen. And you try again the next day. But you have got to try and find some happiness in something, because there's a lot going on in the world and it can tear you down. It really can. You can be overwhelmed with all the news and everything that's going on, and you're trying to pay all these freaking bills, and so sit down and figure out what makes you happy so that you can get through every day without being down all the time. You're gonna have your down days, your down moments, but try to get happy. Those are my 5 keys to happiness that I'm working on. Like I said, I'm not completely there yet, but I'm stable. And you guys hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next video.